Hans Zatzka, an Austrian painter whose works radiate charm and whimsy, was born on March 8, 1859, in Vienna, Austria. Growing up in a city rich with artistic tradition and cultural vitality, Zatzka's early exposure to Vienna's architectural beauty and its art scene played a formative role in his development as an artist. His ability to create vivid and imaginative scenes would later make him one of the most commercially successful painters of his time, though his life story remains relatively understated compared to the grandeur of his works. From an early age, Hans Zatzka displayed a natural aptitude for drawing and painting. Recognizing his talent, his family encouraged him to pursue formal training in the arts. At 16, Zatzka enrolled at the prestigious Academy of Fine Arts Vienna, a world-renowned institution that fostered many great artists. He studied under the guidance of Christian Griepenkerl, a prominent academic painter of the time, who imparted rigorous technical training to his students. Griepenkerl's emphasis on precise draftsmanship and classical techniques had a lasting influence on Zatzka's artistic style. During his time at the Academy, Zatzka excelled in portraiture and historical painting, consistently earning accolades for his works. He was awarded several prizes, including the Fugger Medal, a significant honor that recognized his skill and potential. Zatzka's education laid a strong foundation for his future endeavors, equipping him with the technical proficiency needed to bring his imaginative visions to life. Upon completing his studies, Zatzka began his career creating large-scale frescoes and altar paintings for churches in Austria. His early works often depicted religious themes, featuring saints, angels, and biblical scenes. These commissions not only honed his ability to work on expansive canvases, but also demonstrated his talent for creating compositions that combined realism with an ethereal quality. However, as time went on, Zatzka found himself increasingly drawn to more secular and fantastical subjects. Zatzka's artistic style is characterized by its luminous colors, meticulous detail, and dreamlike atmosphere. Drawing inspiration from Rococo art and Romanticism, his works often featured idyllic landscapes, graceful figures, and an abundance of floral motifs. His ability to capture the delicate interplay of light and shadow, coupled with his masterful use of color, created a sense of enchantment in his paintings. Zatzka's skill in blending realism with fantasy became a hallmark of his style, appealing to a wide audience. Zatzka is best known for his allegorical and mythological paintings, which often depicted fairies, nymphs, and otherworldly beings in idyllic settings. These works, steeped in fantasy and romanticism, reflect a world of beauty and escapism that resonated with the public during a time when industrialization was reshaping Europe. Zatzka's ability to evoke a sense of wonder and nostalgia made his art highly sought after, particularly among collectors and admirers of romantic art. To meet the growing demand for his works, Zatzka occasionally adopted pseudonyms, including Joseph Bernard and Bernard Zatzka, which allowed him to create and sell more paintings without oversaturating the market under his own name. This strategy not only broadened his reach, but also contributed to his financial success. Despite the commercial aspect of his career, Zatzka remained dedicated to producing high-quality art that showcased his technical skill and creative vision. Little is known about Zatzka's personal life, as he was a private individual who preferred to let his art speak for itself. He remained in Vienna for most of his life, deeply influenced by the city's cultural and artistic heritage. His dedication to his craft and his ability to adapt to the evolving tastes of his audience ensured his place as a prominent figure in the art world of his time. By the late 19th and early 20th centuries, Zatzka's works had become immensely popular, particularly among the emerging middle class. His paintings adorned homes, galleries, and public spaces, bringing a touch of elegance and fantasy to everyday life. Zatzka's ability to transport viewers to a world of beauty and imagination made him a beloved artist whose works continue to captivate audiences today. Hans Zatzka's early life and career laid the groundwork for a legacy defined by technical mastery and boundless creativity. His ability to blend classical techniques with fantastical subject matter allowed him to carve out a unique niche in the art world, making him one of Austria's most celebrated painters. As Hans Zatzka matured in his craft, his works evolved both stylistically and thematically, solidifying his reputation as a master of romantic and fantastical art. The later years of Zatzka's career were marked by increasing commercial success and a prolific output that appealed to the growing middle class of the late 19th and early 20th centuries. This period also saw him adapting to new artistic trends and innovations, while remaining steadfast in his dedication to the ethereal beauty and escapism that characterized his oeuvre. By the late 1800s, Zatzka's work had found its way into the homes of art enthusiasts across Europe. His ability to create vivid, enchanting scenes featuring mythological and allegorical subjects resonated deeply with audiences. As industrialization brought rapid change to European society, Zatzka's paintings provided a counterbalance, a window into a world of beauty, serenity, and fantasy. One of the defining features of Zatzka's career was his ability to cater to diverse audiences. He painted on a wide range of media, from large-scale canvases and frescoes to smaller pieces designed for reproduction. His work was frequently used for postcards, calendars, and other decorative items, making his art accessible to people who may not have been able to afford original paintings. This democratization of art helped to cement his popularity and ensured that his name reached far beyond the confines of Vienna. Zatzka's signature themes, graceful maidens, frolicking nymphs, and idyllic natural settings, remained consistent throughout his career. However, he also experimented with different compositions and techniques, incorporating elements of Art Nouveau into his work. The flowing lines and ornamental details characteristic of this style complemented Zatzka's romantic sensibilities, adding a contemporary touch to his timeless subject matter. Hans Zatzka's prodigious output was in part made possible by his strategic use of pseudonyms, such as Joseph Bernard and Bernard Zatzka. These aliases allowed him to sell more works without risking market oversaturation under his real name. This practice was not uncommon among artists of the time, who sought to meet the growing demand for their work while maintaining a sense of exclusivity. The use of pseudonyms also gave Zatzka creative freedom. Under these alternate identities, he explored variations of his style and ventured into more decorative or commercial works, such as those intended for mass production. Despite the commercial nature of some of these pieces, Zatzka's dedication to quality and detail remained evident. His ability to balance artistic integrity with market appeal contributed to his enduring success. As Zatzka entered the 20th century, he continued to produce art at an impressive rate. His works remained in demand, particularly among collectors who admired his ability to capture the beauty of an imagined, idyllic world. Zatzka's art became synonymous with escapism, offering viewers a respite from the complexities and challenges of modern life. Though he achieved widespread fame during his lifetime, Zatzka remained a relatively private figure. He seldom sought the limelight and was known to focus intently on his work. He spent most of his life in Vienna, a city that continued to inspire him with its rich cultural heritage and artistic traditions. Zatzka's connection to Vienna is evident in the elegance and refinement of his compositions, which often evoke the spirit of the city's golden age. Hans Zatzka passed away on December 17, 1945, leaving behind a vast body of work that has been celebrated and cherished by generations of art enthusiasts. While his paintings were sometimes criticized for their sentimentality and lack of intellectual depth, they have endured precisely because of their ability to evoke emotion and transport viewers to a world of beauty and wonder. In the years following his death, Hans Zatzka's art has continued to captivate audiences around the world. His works are featured in private collections, museums, and galleries, and his influence can be seen in the decorative and romantic art movements that followed. The reproduction of his paintings on postcards, prints, and other media has ensured that his legacy remains accessible to a broad audience. Zatzka's ability to blend technical mastery with a vivid imagination has secured his place in the pantheon of great artists. His works, which celebrate the beauty of nature, the elegance of the human form, and the allure of the fantastical, continue to resonate in a modern world that often feels disconnected from such ideals. Hans Zatzka's life and career are a testament to the enduring power of art to inspire, uplift, and transport. From his early days as a student at the Academy of Fine Arts Vienna to his prolific career as a painter of fantasy and romance, Zatzka remained committed to his vision of a world imbued with beauty and enchantment. His works, which bridge the gap between high art and popular appeal, serve as a reminder of the timeless allure of the imagined and the idyllic.